We tried to tell y'all Friday nights just got a little bit different.
Man, I know that's right. But we going to start off the show a little bit different tonight. We got some special guests up in the building.
And
from what I heard, we got a very special man doing some great things in the community. And Little Birdie said the champ is here. The champ is
here. And we get the interview with the champ.
And it's a blessing. It's a blessing.
Only on the Connected.
But I don't even know. I don't even know. I'm confused right now because y'all both reporting. So I'm like, do I go left? Do I go right? Like, who?
We're gonna start with Larry because Larry is the one who brought this young man here. So let him introduce himself.
So we're gonna start off with you, Mr. Larry.
All right.
How you doing today, sir?
Good, man. Appreciate you guys having me out here.
Man, great, man. So we heard a lot of things and we did a little research as well because we always like to do research on our guests before they come to the show. And you're doing a lot of events, especially with the health awareness. Man, can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing or the people who don't know you, what you got going on?
Yeah, well, I'm here to talk about the Wealth and Health Expo. That's my second annual one here in Charlotte. So I do several shows throughout the year, but this is my crown jewel. This is the biggest one. So we do it the first of the year. So what better time to get your finances and your health in order at the beginning of the year? That way you set for the rest of the year. So if you come out to the show, man, you're going to have a chance to meet people from the financial field, people from the health field, the health and fitness field. So we're going to show you how to get your finances in order, get your credit in order, get your savings right, get your money right, get your health right, get that weight off, get you in the best shape of your life. You're going to hear seminars. You're going to meet awesome athletes like Mr. Quentin Rankin right here, Johnny Stewart, several times over and over bodybuilding champion. Josh Hawkins, which plays for the Philadelphia Eagles. He's a local kid from here in the North Carolina area. So you'll get meet and greets with celebrity athletes. We'll have over 40 vendor booths representing all kinds of different businesses throughout the Charlotte area. So it's an amazing event, man. And we're so excited to bring it back, and we're just looking forward to it again, man.
Man, that is awesome. So what? How did you come up with this idea? What motivated you? Because that's awesome. What's the motivation behind this?
Man, I'm the man with a million ideas. I have all kinds of stuff that up my sleeve. So people that really know me, this young lady right here, she did some research on me. So they know, I do motivational speaking, and not only here in Charlotte, I've been traveling all up and down the East Coast doing it. And I started off with the fitness, with the fitness training. And then I opened up my own fitness company, my own fitness brand of clothing line, BTBU Fitness. Then I started doing the motivational speaking. Then I developed a show called Secret Sauce to Be the Boss. And when I started out and I came home, no one would help me. All they wanted to do was shut doors in my face and tell me what I couldn't do and tell me that I couldn't have a job. And nobody wanted to give me any advice or anything. So I just did it.
Now, let me stop you right there 1 second. Not to cut you off, but you said when you come home. So I know you're a motivational speaker. What do you mean by come home? Don't nobody know you like that. So let's explain who Larry is.
So I did 13 years in prison.
There you go.
And I come from a rough beginning. As a child, I was abandoned by the people who were supposed to care about you the most. Beaten, molested, passed through 13 homes in 1 year, one time. Out on the street, and I boxed when I was younger. I was a fighter, fighting the Golden Gloves, just like this gentleman right here. And one day things went a little too far, and it cost me my freedom. But during that time, man, during that time away, I changed my life. I was about 3 years into my sentence, and I had got into another fight with 3 guys on the basketball court. And a couple of days later, I was a legal correctional institution, which is the worst prison in the state of South Carolina. That's where death row's at. So it's the worst of the worst. And I wasn't expecting to get visitation. That was something that you very rarely got. I got anyways. But it was my birthday, and they called me to visitation. And I was like, damn, because my hand was really swollen up. I had a little cut on my chin and a little ring under my eye. And I was like, damn. So I put a pair of glasses on, an ace bandage over my hand. I went up to the visitation room, and sure enough, it was my mom up there. So, she could tell immediately what was up. I had been fighting again. And she said some stuff to me, which was crazy because I had heard this 100 times from, several different people, and it never really sunk in. But to see her that day on my birthday coming to see me at that prison, and I was really hearing what she was saying to me. And I was really hearing the message that she was trying to get to me. She was telling me that I was always so talented, that I was always so handsome, and that I always had so much charisma, and that I was always so smart, and that I was always a leader, and I could have done anything or been anything that I ever wanted to, and why wouldn't I stop living my life like this? And she knew that my beginning was rough, but that didn't mean that I had to continue that way, that I could stop it. I didn't say much. I just listened to mostly what she had to say to me, and then, you know, I hugged my mom when the station was over with, and I told my mom I loved her, and I told her, you know, take care of herself and make sure she was okay, that I was okay, and I would be okay. I went back to the prison yard, and I really thought about what she said. It was the first time that I really let something like that sink in. I was so far gone, you know, and she was right about everything she said, and I knew that. And I wrote my mom a letter, and in the letter I told her that my book wasn't done being written yet, that I would finish writing the book the way that I wanted it to be written, and that I would make her proud, and that all those talents that she said and she mentioned about me earlier that day, I would make come true, and that not only would I take it and do good with it, I would be great, and once I turned my life around, I would dedicate my life to helping other people turn their lives around. So that night I laid there and I was thinking to myself, how am I going to make this happen in the situation that I'm in, and like, where do I start? So I knew that I had some serious issues, and I had to figure out what was wrong with me and how to fix them. And so I started basically trying with my attitude, the way I talked, the way I dealt with people and stuff like that. But then I started studying psychology. I started going to the library and reading every book that they had on psychology. I started ordering books from the manufacturers and having them sent in. So after a while, I gained enough knowledge that I was able to diagnose myself, and on several different things that I had problems with. And it gave me an understanding of exactly why I acted the way I acted, why I responded to things the way I did, why my behavior patterns were a certain way. And once I figured this out, I knew how to stop it, because now I knew what was wrong with me. And so I took the steps to fix that. And I developed this rule called the 10-hour-a-day rule. So at that time, I had 10 years left. And in South Carolina, if you have a violent sentence, you have to serve 85% of it. So I had a 15-year sentence. I had to serve 13 years of it. So I said to myself, with this 10-hour-a-day rule for the next 10 years, if I apply this, which is 3 hours a day of physical fitness and 7 hours a day of mental fitness, when I come home, nobody will be as strong as me mentally or physically. And that's what I did. I buckled down like a soldier. I didn't let myself think about the time. I didn't let the place get to me. I started helping inmates. I started helping officers. I started helping staff. By the time I got out, everyone would come to me for a life advice, for physical fitness advice, for financial advice. I already had a reputation by the time I came home. When I came home, though, no one wanted to give me anything. No one wanted to give me a job. But I knew that if someone gave me one chance, I just wanted one chance. If someone would just give me one chance, I could prove everybody wrong, and I could show them who I was. Everyone was impressed by my mental skills and my physical skills, but if no one gives you a chance to apply them, what does that mean? So I walked in one day to a Planet Fitness, and there was this girl in there, and not too many people know the story. I've only actually said this one time before, and I asked her, I had been turned down so many places for a couple months this was going on, and I said to her, do you have anything available? She was like, no, I'm sorry, we don't have anything available and stuff. She just seemed really cool. She had a cool vibe about her. And I said to her, I was like, thank you, I appreciate it. I was like, are you military? And she was like, yeah, I was a Marine for 8 years. And I was like, okay. I was like, you look like you're in really good shape. I was like, I respect that. I was like, I try to keep myself in really good shape too. And I was like, I've been trying to find a job. And I told her my story was going. And she was looking at me real passionately. And I went to walk out, and she said, hey, come here. I said, yeah. She said, come in tomorrow for an interview. I said, okay, cool. So I went back the next day. She hired me on the spot. So I started working. I immediately went from like working the front counter to training to management to. So I started, besides doing that and working there, I started training people on the side. I started training people for free just so they could see what I was capable of doing. One of my first clients lost over 100 pounds. So I immediately started gaining attention. Other people wanted to come and train with me because of that. Who is this guy? But not only was I training people on a physical level, I started training people on a mental level. Everybody close to me, the people I worked with, the people that I trained, the people that I would come in contact with. So I would, a guy I know, he had a roofing business. I would wake up, work 6 to 2 at the job, drive straight down to Rock Hill, jump on the roof, be on the roof for 6 hours. He'd hand me a $100 bill. I'd jump off the roof, drive back to the gym, train all evening, go out to the car, take a nap, then wake up, take a shower at the gym, and do the same thing again.
Right. Yeah.
So then I started to get a bunch of clients, and people started to really like me and take a notice to me. I was able to save money, get my own place, everything. Then I eventually broke free, started BTBU Fitness, which is my own fitness company, started BTBU Fitness Clothing Brand, which is my clothing brand. And now back to what I was saying about the show. So I developed secret sauce to be the boss because no one would help me. No one wanted to do anything for me. No mentor. No, let me help you out. No, let me show you the ropes. Nothing. Just doors shut in my face, shut in my face, shut in my face. So I said to myself, I'm going to create a show where not only am I going to highlight other people like me that are entrepreneurs, self-starters, or small business owners in the Charlotte area, but during these episodes, I'm going to give a blueprint to anyone else out there that doesn't understand how to do it, that wants to do it, how to do it. So if you watch these episodes and you're someone that wants to separate from the corporate world and not be a yes man for the rest of your life and do your own thing, the blueprint's right there for you. If you watch those 16 episodes, not only will you see all these awesome people and the awesome things they created, but you'll find out what you do during tough times, where the money comes from, how do you deal with other people, where does the startup come from, what do you do when things aren't working out. You get a step-by-step blueprint for free, because we didn't charge anybody for it.
Right.
You know? And the motivational speaking is, someone said to me recently, was the fitness thing my goal when I came home? And my response was, no, it wasn't. The motivational speaking was.
Right.
The fitness thing is what was the door to get me to all of those. I was in such elite physical shape, so far ahead above anybody close to me, and I could do things that other people, it would just blow their mind to see the physical fitness that I could do. So you train for 10 years, 3 hours a day, and watch the stuff you're able to do. It was the tool that I used to get what I want. But my goal all along was to be standing on stage in front of thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people, telling my story and changing people's lives and opening people's eyes. I'm blessed that all of my dreams that I envisioned are starting to come true now. And you know, I also wanted to do these events, these shows, man. I see some of the stuff that these people are doing around here, and I'm like, man, I can do it better than that. And I can bring people together better than that, and I can give people knowledge. We all want to make money, right? But it doesn't always have to be about money.
Absolutely.
You know, you can show love to the community. You can do stuff and not, so you can come to my show, right? And you can come to my show, and not only can you get all this awesome knowledge for free and stuff, you can come over here and take a picture with Quentin, get an autograph, talk to this man like he's your friend for zero charge.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing, right?
You know, I don't see other people doing that. They want to charge you $10, $20, $30, $40, $50 to get in, and I'm not doing that. So I'm putting together these great events for the community and for the people. I'm trying to bring Charlotte together as one. And one of the things I preach to people all the time, and I said this last week speaking at a community event, Quentin was there, and I say this all the time, the places I go, we have this mentality that we separate ourselves. We separate ourselves based off sexuality, race, religion, and all these different things. In reality though, we're all one race. We separate ourselves. We cause the drama. And the powers that be, they keep giving us this little BS on the radio, on the TV, on the social media, and they keep us fighting amongst each other so we don't see the bigger picture. And that's why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Because while they keep us fighting on a merry-go-round about the same stuff, they're going that way while we're going this way. But see, I'm not blind to it. And I try to bring that knowledge to everybody and let people see that and let people know that we are together and we are one. And you can rise above that, and you don't have to be blinded by that stuff. Don't be blinded and brainwashed by social media and by the news and by the radio. Look beyond what other people tell you to do and see the truth.
He answered all my questions.
I know the brother's deep. First of all, let me just say thank you for allowing God to use you.
Right.
You know, you're a shepherd. And see, when being a shepherd, your life is going to be harder than the average person. So when God sat you down for the 13 years, he wasn't punishing you. He needed to talk to you. So that was his time to talk to you. See, your mom planted the seed, but you watered it every day by the things that you did with those inmates, for the community, the officers. You get what I'm saying? So now that you're out, you're doing it for the world. So I just want to say thank you for allowing God to use you and making a difference, because it's important. Whether you got one person or 1,000 people supporting you, you're making a difference, man. You're doing something about it. Like you said, you saw some things that didn't work. A lot of people sit back and complain, but you took a step. So I just want to say thank you. And we got your back here at the Konnected Foundation. Know that.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. One thing.
Y'all said it pretty much. I wanted to introduce Mr. Quentin, and let's talk about Quentin. Larry pretty much answered all our questions.
I want to talk about,
He's truly a motivational speaker.
Because
that's what
the question,
motivational speakers do.
I seen you ask that question and brought it out.
That's what I needed.
You know what I'm saying?
to do.
So we see the power about. We don't want you to hold back. No, don't hold back.
He wasn't giving
You're allowed
me
to get your testimony here. We want you to give your testimony here. You feel what I'm trying to say? Because we nothing without God or higher powers here. You get what I'm trying to say? This ain't us. So you know our journey as shepherds as well. We got to get these messages out. We got to get these where we ain't scared to take a stand. See, that's the thing with us. We ain't scared.
And that's a sign of a great host. She reached in and pulled that out.
Yes, sir.
Give it to me. Yes, sir. Give it to me.
You're just being too nice about it.
Yes, sir.
I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but no, we need to know who you are and what made you want to do
I said,
this.
you ain't finished yet. You ain't finished yet. You better brag about me a little bit. You better brag about what I did. Oh, we sorry, Mr. Quint. Man, go and tell us a little bit about yourself, chap.
Before you say anything, Quint, I want to tell you, man, this is one of the best people that you're ever going to meet, man. This is a humble and good guy right here. From the day one I met him, I knew what he was. I could see it. And I've tried everything in my power since then, you know, to keep him close to me and to help him in any type of way I can. Man, for those of y'all in the Charlotte area that don't know who Quentin Rankin is, look him up and support your local athletes. This man is a future champion. He's on a winning streak. This man is on another level, not only in the ring, but outside of the ring. The work he does with the community, his heart, who he is, his passion. I can't say enough good things about Quentin, man.
Hey, that's the introduction, baby. You know what I'm saying? Ding, we ready for 12 rounds now.
Let's hear it.
Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you something about Larry, man. Ever since I met him. So the first time I met him, I was working at Title. And Title Boxing. So I train boxing when I'm not actually boxing.
Okay.
So I just teach everyday people self-defense, basic techniques. So he walked in, he was doing this health and wellness expo. So he comes in and he asked for the owner, and he said he was doing like this event, and it just, as soon as he said he was doing an event, he said, I was like, you know what? That's what I want to do. Right. That's basically my overall goal. I want to start doing events to basically, because to us, it just culturally, you know, people that don't come from money don't really see the importance of health.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying? Yes. Now, hey, I'm a product, because before I started fighting, I didn't care about what I put in my body until I realized that, I can't fight if I'm like tired or out of shape, or I got like bloated or whatever the case may be. So I basically changed my life through the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? So, but back to Larry. So I met him. He came in. He was like, it was just his energy. He was ready. You know how somebody come in, hey man, the owner here. Yes, like, hey, what's up, my man? Like he was talking to me like he knew me. Right. So I knew off the bat. I'm like, yo, whatever he doing, I'm trying to be connected to it. And that's basically what I told him. I said, hey, bro, listen, whatever you doing, man, I'm trying to be a part of it, man. You got good energy. You out here grinding. I said, you already where I'm trying to be. So take me under your wing.
Yes, sir.
You
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And, man, he got me public speaking. You know, I public speak when I teach my fitness classes, but I never did it, like, just in front of, like, just people, children, just different people. So when I met him, I got an opportunity to like be myself, because it's always been in me.
Yes, sir.
But you know, you just don't get the opportunity to do it.
Somebody put you on that
know what I'm saying? And
right.
I think that's what's up with just our community in general. A lot of us have so much talent. Like I learned how to flip in the hood. You feel what I'm saying? Like I can still flip today, but I learned how to do that in the hood though. And you go and you see like all these little kids so talented. Nobody trained them. You know what I'm saying? We was flipping off of cars,
Right.
flipping off the wall. Nobody trained us. We was doing hood gymnastics, like real talk. But think about all that potential, right? That's in that place, and we got all these distractions, and we got all this and all that, and it's like. Me, I'm still trying to get myself together, right? But I look back and I see all the potential in the hood. And basically, he's already doing it. He's trying to touch different communities, man. Touch people who came from what he came from, struggle. You get what I'm saying? That's another thing that people got to realize. Struggle is not black or white.
No, sir.
It's not.
No, sir.
Real talk. Struggle is not black or white, man. So struggle is relatable to most people, unless you came from $1 billion. You know what I'm saying? But most people can relate to struggle from some form or fashion. So I connected to him, and then when he told me his story, it was just like, man, and he been my brother ever since. You stuck, bro. You get what I'm saying? That's
Check out a bro marriage.
Life,
Ain't nothing wrong with
you
that,
know what I'm
right?
saying? So for real, so I just his grind, his hustle, man, and it just we just connected on that level. Now as far as me and my career, I'm from Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? I'm from every hood from Charlotte. I done lived everywhere. I done lived on the west side, the east side, the south side, the north side. I done lived everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So I think that, you know, when I was coming up, it was all about basketball. But I got to a point where I had got in trouble. I actually got locked up when I was 16, and I had like 3 felonies by the time I was 18. Just knucklehead stuff. But thank God they got dismissed. Thank God, you know, I overcame that obstacle. But then I found boxing, and I didn't have nothing to lose, man. I really didn't. I didn't have nothing to lose. I didn't have nowhere to go. I really didn't have nowhere to stay. It was like they introduced me to boxing, and I just never looked back, man. I mean, I needed something. If I didn't have boxing, I'd probably be dead, bro. For real. I'd probably be and already threw my life away. I didn't really have much to live for. And then when I found boxing, I had my first child. So now it's like, damn, I really got to grind. And the crazy thing is, before my first contest, I told God, I said, God, if boxing is not for me, let me lose. Let me just be done with it. Let me not embarrass myself. I won my first 5 fights, all by knockout. That's when I knew that's what God wanted me to do.
I know that's right.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's right.
For real, because I already told him.
Yeah.
I said, man, let me not be successful in this. So he took me a different route, and so, man, I done been to 6 world champion camps. I'm 20th in the nation. I'm #1 in North Carolina. Man, I've been doing it. A lot of people don't even know I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I fought this 3-time world champion, Chad Dawson. A lot of people don't even know.
That you dropped him in his own hometown?
Yeah, I dropped him in his hometown. A lot of people don't know right here in North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? I done fought on HBO. A lot of people don't even know that, though. You know, so it's like, you know, this is not a boxing city, but I do want to, here's the thing with me. What I want to do is I want to become as successful as I can outside of Charlotte. Bring the title back to Charlotte. And that way people will know, because that's what you got to do. You know, you got to go take it, because ain't nobody going to give it to you. Ain't nobody trying to fight in Charlotte for a title. You got to go take it and then bring it back to the Queen City. So that's basically what I'm trying to do, man. I'm trying to put the city on my back. Any fighter who ever met me, I've helped them. Any fighter that's from North Carolina, any fighter can vouch for this. I've gave them advice. I've showed them technique. Because what I realized is nobody helped me. They just threw me out there. You get what I'm saying? Nobody helped me, so I'm like, man, you ain't got to make this mistake, young fighter. You get what I'm saying? I was somebody who, I would fight anybody. I would do this, I would do that. I made a lot of mistakes in my career. Now, I'm at that top level now where the fights ain't going to get no easy. Either you fighting world-class fighters or, you know, it ain't easy. So I'm at a point now where every fight is critical. I'm 33 years old. I'm not going to be doing this till I'm 60. So every fight that I take from now until the rest of my career is critical, and I gotta win, and I gotta bring home a title. I said it here. What's the date? What's today's date?
The 11th.
The 11th, October the 11th, 2019. I'm telling y'all right now. I'm looking you in your eyes. I will bring home a world title and bring it to Charlotte, North Carolina. I mean,
And we here to support you.
that.
October 11th, 2019. We rock with you. We bringing the title home. Charlotte, North Carolina. Y'all heard it first here. Konnected Radio, Power Block Radio Show. Quitting bringing it home. Pow! You know what I'm saying? What they talking about, man? But on a serious note, like little kids, you know, like I said, we call powerless neighborhoods and things like that. Sorry. I apologize. How do we get them hope? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of them may want to box. but they don't know the direction they're going to, or they don't have the resources. How do we get into like those areas? Because like you said with the gymnastics, I know, coming up in Pittsburgh, it was rough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? So what they did with the gangs, we had to, instead of killing, we had to go fight.
Yeah.
But what I'm starting to see in Charlotte is a big gang issue. Let me tell you like this, I ain't scared to get out in the streets with them.
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say, and go save these lives.
Right.
Because we need the village. We part of the village.
Yeah, you got to.
So how do we get into like these neighborhoods with these gangs and stuff and try to bring them out and bring them into the ring instead of into the cemetery? How do we work that out?
Well, I've been trying to crack that code for a while, man. And I've been doing like little, just little separate little camps for the kids, man. I've done Sedgefield Middle. I've done Myers Park. I've done like kids. They have like right moves programs or selected kids that maybe are like borderline, not really failing, but like need a little help. So we like offer, like I offer with Q-Fit Boxing. That's my company.
Okay.
I offer like just structure. So say I got 10 guys, 10, 16, 17-year-old young men. Say these young men are kind of loud. They kind of, just busy. Not bad, but busy. That's what I'm calling them. They're busy. So I give them structure. So we do a camp. Oh, you want to cuss?
Right.
Go ahead. But guess what? Everybody in here gonna pay for your cuss word. Every word that you say in here, somebody's gonna pay for it. So that means if she cuss, then you doing push-ups,
Right.
I'm even gonna do them because I gotta lead by example. So I gotta be able to do what I'm telling these kids to do. And so what it does is when they start getting out of line and start arguing, man, I'm not doing no push-ups, man, straighten up. They start correcting themselves. I don't even have to discipline the kids once I build the structure. Now the problem is once I build these foundations, funding goes through. You need funding, you need different things like that to support. So that's why it's important that you holler at your local businesses and try to tell them, listen, man, we trying to do this for the kids, but listen, kids gotta eat, kids gotta do different things, you get what I'm saying? It ain't about always trying to take, but this is realistic. If kids are hungry, they're not gonna listen to you. They're gonna be irritated. You get what I'm saying? Humans. If I'm irritated, if I'm not hungry or I'm not satisfied, then you're gonna lose my attention. So kids are the same way. So I think that we need to structure programs to introduce them to boxing. Because I didn't get introduced into boxing until I was 20.
Right.
I'm 33. What if I would have been introduced when I was, 11, 12? How much further in my career I would be. So I think that and then here's another thing. Reedmount Recreation Center, $12 a month for a membership.
Nobody knows. Right.
Nobody knows that the rec centers, you know what I'm saying? The rec centers are $12 a month. Now you can go pay $20 a month for Planet Fitness, or you can get some structure. Even your children, bring your children down to the rec center, $12 a month. And of course it's like an additional $20 just for the sessions a month. But that's still not that expensive to teach your kid a skill. Bullying is big.
This is very big.
It's very big. Now I'm gonna tell you something with my children. I got 3 kids. My kids are very respectful. But I tell my kids now, if somebody put their hands on you, now they can talk all they want to, you get what I'm saying? But if they put their hands on you, you make sure you hit them square between their face and make sure that's the last time that they disrespect somebody. But you warn them though. You warn them, listen man, this is not what you want. This is what I do. And this is not what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? I tell my kids, man, tell them this is not what they want. You get what I'm saying? And I think that people know by your demeanor that you mean what you say. You mean what you say. I tell my kids, mean what you say. Don't joke. Don't smile. Because some people need to learn like that. You get what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is if people actually knew how to defend themselves, how many people would actually be getting bullied? Bullies prey on the weak. They see, oh, this person look dorky. Let's smack his hat off. Let's do this, let's do that. But think about if you had the confidence where you can look, man, there's some people in boxing who look like they ain't got no muscle tone. Beat the brakes off of you. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, but they don't carry themselves. Like I don't carry myself like, oh, I'm just something. Man, if you didn't know that I box, you probably wouldn't know if I'm based on
you handle business,
You know what I'm saying?
To piggyback off of what you said too about helping the community, me and Quentin have actually been out at a couple community events over the past month where we went, at these rec centers and there's been, a few hundred people at each one, and I've spoke, he spoke, we've interacted with them. A big shout out to Finesse and his company, Positive Vibes Only. He's been putting these events together. Yeah, we've been showing up and trying to support the community and stuff. And also, like I go around, I speak to high schools. I'll go around and speak to high school sports teams, and then sometimes I'll go in and speak like at-risk schools. I took Quentin with me to a career center where we went and spoke to 3 high schools, and I've been brought in to speak to a couple high schools where, like they're really struggling. And, the coach or whoever brings me out there will ask me to speak to certain players and stuff. I kind of adopted Ashbrook High, man. They're an area out in Gastonia, and I've went there several times. And they were kind of showing out last year. I used to go to their games and support them after I started speaking to them. And I walked up in the locker room at halftime and lit into everybody.
Yeah, and they need sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna be together when you win, but you're gonna be together when you lose too. Absolutely. And I let them know that you don't break apart when times are tough. That's when you stick together. Yeah. So we're this guy right here. I know for sure he's definitely trying to make a difference in the community, and I'm trying everywhere I can, but speaking and talking to everybody I can, especially the youth, especially at risk and troubled youth that are in the same type of situations which I came from. Because I wish someone would have pulled me to the side and tried to talk to me, man, someone that I could relate to, a mentor. Like, hey, man, I've been in your shoes. I know what it's like. I went and gave a speech at a school at spring practice, and I called the name of the speech "Summertime Decisions." And I talked about how during the summertime is when you get in the most trouble. And I talked to them about instead of running the streets and get in trouble, you see that car on the corner for sale for $3,500. Go get a job during the summer. Buy that car. And next year when school starts for senior year, you come into school in a car. You ain't riding the bus no more. So just trying to give them positive motivation. I want to give a shout out to Terry. She's in the studio with us. She's the president of the Brighter Future Foundation of the Carolinas.
Shout out to Terry.
And we've helped her with some of her events. Me and Quentin put together a celebrity boot camp challenge where we raised money to buy back to school products. And we got book bags and we filled them with back to school products and we gave them to kids that needed it. Right now she's in the process of putting together a coat drive. So we're trying to raise awareness and get coats for this cold weather that's coming for kids that can't afford coats and don't have coats. So man, we're out there trying to make a difference, man.
Yeah. And here's another thing too. When you talk to these people in the industry, put pressure on them to get back.
You dang right.
Put pressure on them to get back. Now it's good. We all like to have fun. We all like to party. It's real. But we need to put a standard. Like, bro, you have to give back. But we ain't buying your record.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? You have to give back. Like, for real.
Like
because
you
you
don't put that pressure on them.
Because you can do that. If you put pressure on people where it's normal, if you get on and you make a certain level of money, like, bro, you should be giving back to some form of fashion. You should be giving back. And I think that it's not a lot to ask. You know what I'm saying? If you made $1 million, if you gave back $30,000, $30,000 for people who don't have it is a lot.
You got a $30,000 chain or $30,000 watch. You talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I got somebody's house on my wrist. Are you serious?
Yeah. You know
we got these kids out here struggling.
Yeah. I mean, I'm cool if that's what you want to do with your money. It's fine. Right. But please give back to the people who need it because you know what it's like. You know what oodles and noodles taste like. You know what I'm saying? You know what it's like, man.
My biggest thing is though, with a lot of these artists, don't talk about the hood and your children ain't in the hood. Right. That's not right. You get what I'm trying to say because you feed on these families that know it ain't right. No, they don't have nothing. Right. You know what I'm saying? Well, your son's at a private school. Your family's great. Your son's not even allowed to listen to your music. Right. You get what I'm trying to say? And the biggest thing we got to do after y'all leave these events, they got to continue. They can't stop.
The name of my speech, not the last one, but the one before that, was called Breaking the Cycle. Breaking that cycle, man. Breaking that cycle. Because everybody talks about change. Everybody says they want change. Everybody says they want to do the right thing. Everybody says they want to help. When you put people on the spot to help, to change, to make a difference, they run from it. You gotta break that cycle, man. You gotta break that mentality. You gotta stop being brainwashed by everything else that's around you. Just don't worry about what other people think. It ain't about having the flashiest necklace. It ain't about having the flashiest car. It's not about having all that stuff. It's about who you are in here. What's your legacy? Who are you? What kind of difference did you make? Who did you help? Did you just step on everybody on the way up? Or did you reach down, grab somebody by the hand, help pull them up?
Right. Help your people, man. Help your people. It seems like, people will reach out past the people that they know. You know what I'm saying? Help your people, man. If your people trying to do something and you can help them, help them. And if you can't help them personally, redirect them. Right. Hey, maybe such and such can help you. Maybe I can't help you, but maybe such and such can help you. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you can't help them, don't hurt them. That's all it is to it. If you can't help a person, just don't hurt them. And a lot of times, people will have a connect they be like, I don't really want to rock with them, so I ain't gonna, it ain't gonna hurt them to help you, but they just don't want to.
Right.
And I think we have to kill that mentality. Like, just help your people, man. Help your people. On the strength of, if it was you, you would want to help. You get what I'm saying? I know they say you can't help everybody. I understand.
Right.
We understand that. I get it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So let's go ahead and make this official. Whoever's listening to the show tonight, you in the Charlotte area, you outside the Charlotte area, you come to my Wealth and Health Expo, I'm gonna let you in for free. You come and say you listen to this on the Konnected Radio. You say, I heard Mr. Larry Dawson live on the Konnected Radio say that if I come to the Wealth and Health Expo, I'm coming in for free. And I'm gonna make sure you come in for free. You're gonna get all the knowledge you need for educating yourself on credit repair, on your finances, on your savings, on your future. We're gonna teach you about your health. We're going to teach you how to take care of yourself, what to eat, what not to eat. We'll let you meet all the athletes. We'll let you come in there and meet 10-time world bodybuilding champion Johnny Stewart. We'll come in there and meet Mr. Philadelphia Eagles himself, Josh Hawkins, Quentin Rankin, Vladimir Handel, former professional tennis player, along with a bunch of other celebrities that's going to be there. Man, it's going to be an awesome event, man. It's in the community. It's downtown at the Carol Hoffner Center. It's Saturday, January 4th, noon to 5 p.m. Everybody come out, man. Let's get the community together. Come in there. I'm going to speak. You can hear me give a speech. I'm going to give a speech on the importance of wealth and health and taking care of your finances and your physical health and how they're tied in hand, how one controls the other and then the other controls it, and how when you master one, you can master both.
Okay. And you said that's January when?
That's Saturday, January 4th.
2020.
Saturday, January 4th, 2020. And where is it going to be?
That's the way to start off the new year.
It's going to be at the Carol Hoffner Center, downtown.
And they can find this on the website. We can post this, all that great stuff.
Absolutely. Check us out on the website. The website is wealthhealthexpo.com. You can check out highlights of last year's event. You can check out who all is going to be there this year. And I want to give a quick shout out to some of these major sponsors,
please
man.
do.
You know, the Konnected Radio, I can't thank them enough for coming on and being a major sponsor in this event and inviting me out here. And they're going to be there live the day of the event, doing interviews and filming and talking with people, man. It's going to be awesome.
Crazy.
Big shout out to Kevin. Thanks, man, and Konnected Radio for being a major sponsor. So let me give a shout out to some of these other people real quick. Anytime Fitness South End. So you guys out there that love to go to the gym, let me tell you, if you haven't been to Anytime Fitness on South End, you're missing a great gym. They have everything you need to get in the best shape of your life. It's one of the best gyms in the area. So if you're looking for a gym, check out Anytime Fitness South End. Also, Charlotte Wholesale Supplements. Man, they have everything from CBD oil to vitamins to your nutrition supplements to probiotics, and they have the best prices in the Charlotte area guaranteed. Go check them out at Charlotte Wholesale Supplements. And also, one of our returning major sponsors is True Lion Federal Credit Union. You see, I got the koozies right here. A big shout out to True Lion. They're an awesome bank. You know, I personally prefer credit unions over banks.
Absolutely.
And I do business with them, so I'm not just giving them a plug for no reason. They're a great institution, and I thank them for being major sponsors again. Also, you know, I'm really big in education. So we got two universities that's going to be out there. We got Strayer University and DeVry University are both going to be out there. So come out there and meet with them, man, and check it out. Also, like I mentioned before, Johnny Stewart, the professional bodybuilder and numerous time champion, he's going to be out there. Sitting right next to me, Mr. Quentin Rankin, Josh Hawkins, Vladimir Handel, and many, many more celebrities in this area are going to be there. Also, you're going to hear some really great speeches. We have some top-notch people that's going to be there. Our featured speaker of the event is Thomas Johnson Bean. And for those of you that don't know who he is the founder of the Life Group. He is a numerous time New York Times best-selling author. He's a renowned life coach and financial advisor. His website is www.buildyourbank.com. Go check him out and all the great things he's got going on. I even know this guy personally, and I can tell you, just like I spoke up for Quentin, this guy Thomas, he's an amazing guy. And just like everything we talked about tonight, a good person that really wants to help, and that is very important. Also, I want to give a shout out to Douglas Alexander Wilson. You can check him out at www.alexanderwilsonconsulting.com. He's been in the political field for over 20 years. He's also wrote a book, and he has his own consulting firm. And this guy's as good as gold. Any of you guys out there that need any help, I suggest you look him up. We also have Mr. Rob Devine that will be speaking. He's known with his company that he's had for over 20 years, changing the world one person at a time. You can check him out at www.robdevine.com. Also, let me give a special shout out to Ms. Racine Johnson at Johnson Therapy Services. She's going to be out there, and when you come out to this event, she'll give you free checkups, free health screenings, man. She'll give you a nice little rub down. She'll show you how she does her physical therapy. You know, work on your neck, work on your back. Quentin's worked with her before. She's an awesome lady, man. She does really great work.
She's dope.
Yeah, and once again, let me give a shout out to Terry and the Brighter Future Foundation of the Carolinas. They are partnering with us with this event, and a part of all the proceeds are going to go to them. And anyone that would like to make a donation to them, you can simply go to BFF of the Carolinas. Check out the website. It's .org. So make a donation, man. It doesn't even have to be money. Donate some food for Thanksgiving for her to give away. Donate a coat for her to give to someone that needs a coat during these cold times that's going to come up. Check out BFF of the Carolinas. You can check them out on Facebook, or you can check out the website. You know, that's just a piece of it. We're going to have plenty of other celebrities there, a few more speakers. Like I said, we have over 40 vendors. I don't have time to shout everybody out right now, but I want to make sure, you know, that these people get the proper shout out and love that they deserve for supporting the community, for supporting this event, and being a part of bringing this whole thing together, man.
That's real. Mr. Quinn, got any shout out before we get out, baby?
I really just want to shout y'all out, man, for y'all showing us love,
Thank y'all.
letting us use y'all platform and tell the people who we are, what we're trying to do out here in the community. It's not easy, but it takes a village. We can do it. It's an uphill battle, but we can do it, man. Everybody, man, whatever you're doing, try to be excellent. Try to be great. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what I want to leave y'all with. Be great.
And I'm going to say this. Check me out at thelarrydawson.com. You can check out my motivational speeches. You can check out the show Secret Sauce to Be the Boss. You can check out the highlights from my expos. You can see my life coaching and my leadership coaching. You can see the book that I wrote, The Prison Promise, my journey from the streets to the stage, and everything else that I have going on. And I definitely want to give a big shout out to Kevin for being a major sponsor, and for you guys having me here and allowing us to talk and tell our story and talk about the upcoming event. I really appreciate that. I appreciate Quentin being out here with me, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, let me tell y'all where to follow me, man. My handle is QFit Boxing. That's one of my handles. That's Instagram, and then I got another one. It's I Am the Chosen One. I Am the Chosen with a Z. One. That's another Instagram handle. One is my fan page, and one is my fitness page. Both of them have great content. One will help you lose weight, show some of my transformations. The other one's more so my career and what I do as a pro boxer. So go follow those handles, man. And y'all stay tuned, man. We got some good stuff coming up in 2020, man.
At BTBU Fitness.
Yes, sir.
Man, you see what it is, man. Power Dart Radio Show Friday night. Great interview, two great men. Y'all know we usually turn it up, but sometimes when God takes over, you have to let him lead.
Right.
So thank y'all for rocking with us tonight, Mr. Larry, Mr. Quentin. You know what it is, Power Dart Radio Show, Konnected Foundation. We got y'all back. Once y'all come through the doors, baby, we family now.
Yes, sir.
See what it is?
Yes,
You
sir.
heard it here first.
Bow!